Computer, say something intelligent.
Intelligence has been defined in many ways: the capacity for logic, understanding, self-awareness, learning, emotional knowledge, reasoning, planning, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving.
Computer, make a fart noise.
I would, but I find them to be a little too long-winded.
Nice.
That's a
well
Steve
played.
joke.
Well played.
This is the AT Banter Podcast, a balanced and entertaining look at assistive technology, accessibility, and its importance in people's lives. Join Rob Minot, Ryan Fleury, and Steve Barclay as they banter with people around the world about anything and everything regarding assistive technology and the disability community. Now, on with the show.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of AT Banter.
Banter.
Actually, not just an episode, another
First
episode. This is the first episode of the year.
New decade.
Oh, that's good for another cowbell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one
cowbell.
and one for Brian.
Hey, my name is Rob Minot, and it's 2020. Good night. my name is Rob Minot, of course. Joining me today, we have a full house here. Mr. Ryan Fleury,
Howdy.
Mr. Steve Barclay,
I'm only here for the cowbell for Brian.
Steve.
Mr. Rick Chant,
Good morning.
and the lovely Nicole Chant.
Hey guys.
It's not Chant anymore, is it?
It's technically it's Chant Martell, but I kind of still use my maiden name ongoing.
There you go.
All right.
Yes. It's the first episode of the year. And just like the last episode of the year, we have no plan.
So roll it out there.
Excellent. Well, there is one plan.
Is there?
Yeah, we had fan mail from Brian Bebo who said we need more cowbell.
Yep.
Steve.
No, we need more cowbell. It's
That's all very well.
More
No,
cowbell.
38,000 downloads. The audience gets what they want.
Damn straight.
Fan service.
That's right.
Yeah, really. What are you, in charge of the Star Wars franchise?
Oh no.
Sorry, it's an inside joke.
So-
So Ryan, what are we doing today?
Today, I thought it would just be kind of a maybe look back at last year and kind of look ahead to the new year and what might be coming down the pike. And just banter.
Hey, okay, so can I pause you right there and just ask the room something? Is it pike or pipe?
Pike.
Are you sure?
Yep.
It's something's coming down the pike?
Yeah.
P-I-K-E.
Turnpike, supposedly.
Is that what it's
But
supposed to be?
it's been Canadianized, and you hear it coming down the pipe now.
Because really both work.
Yes.
But I don't think I've ever really fully understood which one it was.
I kind of thought that Ryan was going to say coming down the pipe, so I'm
Yeah,
kind of with you on
because
that.
things come down pipes.
Thanks, go
I
on,
guess
pipes.
Not good things come down pipes, so.
Now we're off the rails already.
Depends on the pipe.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on the pipe.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
let's ask the computer. Computer. She's not going to know. I don't know why I'm asking her. I don't even know how to phrase the question. What does the
Computer's
phrase
listening,
coming
going,
down the
what does this
pipe
asshole
mean?
want?
Computer. What does the term coming down the pike mean?
Coming down the pike is the present participle of come down the pike. Come down the pike means to emerge, come up, to approach or arrive on the scene, to present itself or oneself.
That doesn't sound correct to me.
Okay.
Forget it. I don't want to
Computer.
ask her anything.
Computer. What does the term coming down the pipe mean?
The noun pipe is usually defined as a hollow cylinder of metal, wood, or other material, used for the conveyance of water, gas, steam, petroleum, etc. The verb pipe is usually defined as to play on a pipe.
I think we've had a conclusive result here.
Yeah, I think that nobody knows is what maybe the audience knows.
It is coming down the pike.
Cowbell@atbanter.com if you're aware whether it's coming down the pipe or coming down the pike.
Or if it even matters.
I guess both work.
I'm
but
going to
it's
do
just one of
something
those
rude
things.
with that drumstick that Steve is beating that cowbell with. I got to tell you.
Take it somewhere else.
Hit it again.
Okay, wait, where were we?
jingle sticks.
You can use the
Give me
jingle stick.
sticks.
Okay. Anyways, well, where were we?
All right.
Oh yeah. So okay. So what do we? So okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to establish that. So if this thing goes completely off the rails, we know who to blame.
That's right.
This is Ryan's idea.
It's me. Well, how was everybody's holiday? Steve, let's start with you.
Oh brother.
My holiday was excellent. We had a house full of family. We ate and drank and made merry in a marvelous way.
Ooh, he did Maid Marian in a marvelous way.
Dad.
That's what he just said. He made Mary and no, never mind.
Mr. Chant, how was your holiday?
Good. We were in Cuba, Veradero, from the 16th to the 30th. There were a few challenges when we got there. Rooms not ready, wrong side of the hotel, etc., etc. So it took a couple of days to get that sorted out because, well, Cuba's not the most expedient country in the world.
Mañana.
And, mañana, yeah, way mañana. And we had a good time. Some of the highlights were swimming in a cave and the Bat Cave, where they were exiting in the evening just as dusk was starting to fall. They were flying over your head. We did a Jeep safari and a lot of snorkeling. It was good. It was really good. 4 of us went, so it was a lot of fun.
Muy bueno.
And Nicole, how was your holiday?
My holiday was lovely. We were part of the group of 4 that went to Cuba with Dad here. But yeah, we really enjoyed it. Good and warm. All the out trips were really good, actually. Our trip to Havana that we did partway through, it was just an afternoon, evening into nighttime show at the Tropicana, which was really cool. But yeah, no, it was definitely a good way to spend a holiday.
Rum on the beach.
Not for this girl. This girl doesn't drink rum.
But boy, I tell you, they pour rum like it's water.
Yeah.
Oh my God. 33 million liters a year is what they go through.
Wow.
Now that's what they produce a year.
Yeah.
That's an awful lot of rum.
It is.
I bet they make some really sweet rum down there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Legendario is a sweet rum.
Yeah.
And my wife figured this out early.
And often.
And was introduced to chocolate milkshakes with rum.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Cuban milkshakes.
Cuban milkshakes is what they're called.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try that when I'm drinking again.
Oh, are you detoxing, are you?
This is week 1.
Oh.
Rob, how was your holiday?
Swell.
Swell. Excellent. Glad to hear it.
It was swell. How about you? How is your holiday?
No. You need to elaborate on that, Rob.
Oh,
Come on.
really? Computer. What does swell mean?
As a verb, swell is usually defined as to grow in bulk, as by the absorption of moisture or the processes of growth.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
As a
growing in
noun,
bulk.
Swell is usually defined as the act of swelling or the condition of being swollen.
Oh, we don't want to know about that.
Adjective, swell is usually defined as of things, stylish, elegant. For more, ask me to give you more definitions. for
Really?
swell.
That's where is she getting her information
Because
from?
there's also ocean swell, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So there's all kinds of other
Whatever.
swell
Okay, fine. It was
definitions,
good. It was very nice. It was lovely, and yeah. But yeah, no, it was nice. It was nice. Had a nice break
Yeah, the break
from
was
city
nice.
life.
Exactly.
That's true. The break was good.
What about you, Ryan?
It was pretty quiet. We spent the couple days out in Langley at my sister and brother-in-law's place, and just kind of sat and chilled and relaxed and opened some gifts. Then the wives went Boxing Day shopping, came home, and just chilled. So it was nice.
How about New Year's? What'd you do for New Year's, Rick?
I was in bed at 10 to 10, buddy.
Oh,
It's called jet lag.
cool.
We hung out with Troy's best friend until about midnight, and then we kicked him out and went to sleep.
That's called, it's called jet lag.
I don't remember. I was in bed by like 10.
Yep, me too.
I was asleep. It's just another night for me.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, normally I drive with Red Nose, right? So I'm up until 3, 4. But this year we didn't drive at all because there was so much stuff going on. And then we were away, so. What'd you do?
I went to the pub with neighbors up until about 10 o'clock, and then we wandered back to my neighbor's place, and we hung out there and played cards and made merry until midnight. And
Boy, you're doing an awful lot of Maid Mary these days.
yeah, tis the season, man.
Just you're not learning.
Welcome back to editing, Rob.
I was gonna say virgin birth, like it still works.
And then just tootled on home from there.
Yeah.
All of 2 doors. It was.
I was going to say, it's not a far stagger.
hell of a commute.
Oh, yeah.
That requires a cowbell.
Good.
All right, Ryan. What's next? What's next in the Power Show?
Like I said, I just thought it'd be a loosey-goosey conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to 2020, lads. I'm glad to have you by my side yet again this year.
Yeah, you're not getting rid of us.
Into the new decade we
yet.
go. Scary thought is Steve and I this is our 4th decade together.
Oh, Jesus.
The start of our 4th decade together.
Holy God.
Let me ask you guys a question.
85, so the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. That's scary stuff. Listening.
Let me ask you guys a question. There's been a lot of talk about moving into a new decade. Is it actually a new decade? We didn't start at year 1 or year 0. So is this actually a new decade?
Yeah, you started the knots.
It's the
Do you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's been some discussion about that.
Yeah, just like the new century,
Yeah.
right? Is this the 1st century or the 21st century? The 20th century or the 21st century?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
That's all I got.
But
It's just a
Good night.
thought.
Good night, everybody.
I'm glad we solved that for you.
Excellent. Appreciate it.
That
Thanks.
occurred to me the other day that, Steve
been a
and
lot
I
of
are
talk about
working
that.
on being friends for coming up to 40 years.
Yeesh.
Well, one of you is very tolerant.
That's scary.
Yeah, neither of us is very discerning.
37 years.
Yikes.
Oof.
Crazy.
And I use the term friends loosely, of course, but well, I mean, we've been together a long time too, Ryan. What are you, 20?
20. I started with Aroga in 2000. So
Yeah, so it's 20 years, Rob.
Oh God, I don't know what
16, 17?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I know.
So there you go. Between us, we're 26 years.
We're dead.
You're 27, 28, 29 years.
I started with Aroga in 1990.
So 30 years.
1990.
wow.
Yeah, November of 1990. So,
Jeez.
yeah.
So I'm 26, 27. You're 30. That's 57. Ryan's 20. That's 77.
Yeah,
I mean, sitting here, you're what, 16, 17?
Yeah.
So almost 90
77, 90 years-ish of experience sitting in this room.
Yeah.
Nicole's doing accounting in the background, so if we add a couple of on for her.
Yeah.
18 months.
Noob.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, it seems just like yesterday.
90 years, man.
Yeah.
That's an incredible number.
Yep.
You know, when you think kids change jobs 4, 5, 6 times in the first 10 years they're in the job market these days.
Yep.
90 years is out there. Huh. I just
That explains why I want to just take a nap right now.
that occurred to me the other day as I was sitting sitting down having a cup of coffee. It's like, wow, we've been together a long time.
Yeah, collectively we're geriatric.
Good and geriatric.
Probably even palliative care.
Let's hope not.
Might have to put in a stair lift for you guys soon.
Yeah, I can't wait for the biopic I wonder who will play everybody. What else, Ryan?
Throw it back to me. Come on.
Well, listen, it's your idea.
It's our weekly podcast. Let's do
Okay,
a
well,
podcast.
hold on. Okay, didn't you wanted to talk about resolutions or something, didn't you?
That was just an idea. If anybody
Well,
had
go
made
ahead.
any resolutions for 2020.
Do you?
I personally haven't. No.
How come?
I just don't seem to stick with them.
That doesn't stop everybody else who does stick with them.
I have my 40th high school reunion coming up in 30 months.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'd like to be 175 pounds by then.
What are you now?
176.
188.4. So I got 13 to lose
In 30 months?
in 30 months.
No problem.
Please.
Oh, no, there's not a problem. It's just that I need to.
No, I only go running 20 miles a day. No problem at all.
Oh, Ryan's a little jaded this morning.
Casual half marathons for fun.
That's right.
No biggie.
Yeah.
But Ryan, you've lost a lot of weight since we weren't going into an office per se.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yep.
A lot of weight.
36 pounds.
Is that right?
Holy schmoly.
Yep.
Wow.
Yippers.
Huh.
That's fabulous.
That's what Subway does to you every day.
That's incredible, Ryan. I'm
Yep.
so proud for you.
Yeah, me too. So no resolutions? Okay, moving on.
No, I got a resolution.
All right, what's your resolution?
I quit smoking weed and drinking.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we'll see how long I stick with that.
So
But
is that
Your
Woods
detox
Week?
month?
at least a month. At very least a month. Yeah.
Till St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that might be where I break down. It's entirely possible. Green beer, I'm in.
Single malt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm trying to get myself in a better place so that I can start exercising more and being motivated to exercise more.
that's the key.
It's the motivation that's so hard.
I know. Yeah.
It's not getting out and putting your shoes on and going for a run. It's staying at it.
Yeah.
Well, I told myself that I was going to exercise on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Those are going to be my exercise days. So this morning I got up, or I set my alarm to get up early, and it went off at 6:30 this morning. I listened to the sound of the rain outside, and I went, well, I'm just going to reset that alarm.
Yeah.
So my exercise this morning was reach for the cell phone, change the alarm, reach the cell phone back. That was my cardio.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, we've made a commitment to a Wednesday night run group 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
We're celebrating our 20th anniversary together here in 3 weeks or so. And it is so much easier if you've made a commitment to a group because everybody kind of doesn't put up with your bullshit.
Right.
Okay, get out and get on with it.
Well, I was resolving to have less nervous breakdowns this year. So
That would be
Good
good.
one.
I have high hopes for 2021.
Well, you almost had one last Friday. Holy Christ. You were in rough shape, man.
So, yeah. I've been doing a little bit of exercise. That's been helping, and a lot of motivational speeches on YouTube and
Okay.
motivational playlists on Spotify.
TED Talks.
Yeah.
The Calm app.
You're not
The Rocky 4 soundtrack is especially good.
You're not hoping to limber up so you can jump off the balcony. Is that what it is?
No, I just want to beat the shit out of a piece of meat, and I hate Russians. That's what I'm finding. So, yeah. What about you, Ryan?
Nope.
Oh, we already covered
Yep.
you.
No resolutions.
Anybody else? Anybody resolutions? Anybody? No?
I don't think there's a resolution I haven't made for this year. New Year's is always such a weird time for me because I have this thing that happens in my brain where it's like, okay, it's the start of a new year. It's a clean slate. You got to do all the things right this time. And you keep screwing it up every other year. So you got to do it right this time. And then I get really like, I do it for about 2 or 3 days and then I fall off the bandwagon.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna journal every night before bed. I'm gonna get more exercise. I'm gonna eat out less. I'm gonna like do all these things, and then no, not so much. Yeah,
It's because I skipped the dishes.
yeah, really.
That place.
Honestly,
Who came up with that idea?
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
deadly.
a great idea.
Yeah, we were sitting around a few months back now, but we were sitting around one night going, I want something sweet. We ended up ordering frozen yogurt from Menchie's.
Amazing.
It came from New Westminster all the way to Burnaby.
Oh gosh.
And we got, all of the toppings and everything on it. It's like, this is bad, man.
It is bad. All it's missing is just the guy to come in and scoop it into your mouth for you.
Exactly. Thank God there isn't a Dairy Queen that's open 24 hours, or I'd be fat as a house.
Well, you never know. Amazon bought Whole Foods, so at some point, maybe they'll start delivering to you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it'll just be drones. They just fly.
Yeah, great. I can get a
Fly your frozen
$300
yogurt right over
grapefruit delivered to the door.
Well, do you guys want to talk a little bit about some trends? What do you think? What do you think 2020 holds for AT trends? What's your feeling on the pulse of the industry?
Haptics.
Haptics, really
It's going to be
interesting.
haptic here.
Low cost braille year.
I think so, eh?
Yeah, I think we're going to get some low cost braille devices out there.
Finally, do you think you've finally cracked the code on that new technology, or is it just?
We should be getting the Canute any time now. In the next few weeks, we should be seeing our first Canutes come in. There's the Orbit, there's the Braille Me that have hit the market now. There's some nice little.
And those are partial page.
They're 20 cell
The
Braille
Canute's
displays.
360 cell 40 by 9.
Yeah, so it's
display.
partial page.
Braille Me is what, 20 cell?
20 cells, just like the Orbit.
Yeah, Orbit's 20 cell, but both are
Single line.
single line. Yeah,
Now these are all Braille displays, correct?
these are all Braille displays. Yeah, low cost Braille displays.
Now, what do we know about the actual technology that drives these things? Are they similar technologies? Are they proprietary technologies? Is this going to be something where we can see this spilling out into other manufacturers now that these guys have cracked the nut in terms of how to make a less expensive Braille display?
The Canute, I know because I invented it. I actually have a notebook which has a drawing in it of a little wheel with Braille dots on the wheel. And that's exactly what they did. They put Braille dots on a wheel, so the wheel turns around.
It drives
so
the
you've
dots
got
up
two.
and down.
You've got two wheels side by side, and there's 8 sides to it, I believe. And each dot combination that can potentially happen between the 3 dots on one side of a Braille cell are represented on those sides of the wheel. So the wheel turns to whichever side you need for the dots that you need on that side. The other side turns to the dots that you need for the opposite side, and boom, you've got your Braille character. I actually wrote that down on a piece of paper and did nothing with it. And then next thing you know, here's Bristol Braille doing exactly the same thing, but properly. So that one, I know how it works. It's that wheelie thing. I'm not sure. I've never been under the hood. You've been under the hood of a Orbit, haven't you, Rick?
No.
No? Oh, I thought you had.
No, you had one come in. You asked me to do it.
Yeah.
And the day we got together, it was going back out, so I never got the chance to get my hands on it.
Yeah. So we don't really know how the Orbit or the Braille Me works, what the technology underlying there is, but it's somewhat different, I imagine, because it's considerably cheaper.
But are these proprietary? Like, do they have a patent on this technology? Like, is it?
Well, Bristol Braille does for sure for the Canute.
Right. Okay.
I'm not sure about the other two.
Okay. Fair enough. So, okay, Ryan, talk to me. Now, you said haptics.
I do know.
Yeah, I sent you an article, I think, last night or this morning on some more haptic patches that may have some use case scenarios for the blind and low vision market.
At this time, I would like to insert a cowbell for Brian.
Oh my God, Steve.
Oops, that's the wrong one.
You're going to have to stand on your hands the next time you hit that cowbell, because the stick is going to be someplace that you're not going to be able to swing it with your arm.
He's got 2.
Arms or sticks?
And sticks, there's 2 there. Well, I think, we've seen some haptic technology being implemented in canes and devices like the Sunu Band and the Buzz Clip.
Happy Pants.
Yep. And so, I think more and more people are actually looking at using haptics in meaningful ways. And, I really think that this year we're going to see more and more use case scenarios for it. Hopefully somebody will, have the magic sauce and have the revolutionary product we all want and need.
I don't know though. I don't know. Like haptics is just.
It has to be a way of forming like a haptic bubble around you, or at least in front of you. Not just 30 centimeters out or 3 feet out. You need this bubble.
Right.
That's my feeling anyway, so that it's actually detecting objects that are going to be of useful information to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the problem with a lot of the haptic devices of the past and of the present are exactly, they haven't quite figured out where it can go on either the body or on a cane or what have you, that is really an all-encompassing solution. It's always like, well, if you wear it here on your collar, it's gonna cover this amount of area, and if you have something on your wrist, it's gonna cover this sort of area. But there's really nothing that really sort of just does it all.
So what you need are the haptic shoes, the haptic watch,
the haptic crown.
The crown.
I just don't think that stuff works. I feel like that's really gimmicky. Like they've been talking about haptic shoes for years. It's never come out. Like no one's wearing haptic shoes.
No.
You see, I think somebody needs to take the heads-up display idea that they use in cars and convert it to tactile.
There's talk in that article I sent Rob. It's actually using a camera with these haptic patches.
Yeah.
So it's a wearable camera that sends the information to these haptic wearable patches.
Well, yeah, the article that you sent me, it's talking about this idea of putting a camera on a belt that is then connected to patches, I believe, on your shoulders and chest, I think, that will send sort of haptic information and buzz, I guess, when you're getting pretty close. So, I mean, sitting on the belt, okay.
Your belt starts to buzz, then.
Well, but again, I mean, then you're left with, okay, well, what if you're wearing a coat that's zipped up? Like, what if your belt isn't exposed?
You need to have a Santa Claus belt. What the hell's wrong with you?
So there's all kinds of practical limitations of that even. But, I mean, I guess that's a good area to have a camera because it's going to cover probably the widest field of what Ryan is talking about, like a bubble. But I don't know. All these things don't seem super practical to me. And I think that's where they kind of fail, is that at the end of the day, it has to be something that is going to be easy for people who are out and about to use, that's very intuitive, and that there isn't a huge learning curve. And I just don't think that's out there yet.
There have been a lot of really goofy approaches to haptics over the years. I've had so many different people show me different ways of using haptics that are utterly impractical. Like I'm thinking back to one that was on your tongue. Like somebody's going to sit with some device sitting on their tongue, and it's goofy, right?
Yeah.
But I think you're right, Rob. I think that nobody's figured it out yet. Nobody's come up with a really good practical use for this technology. And to be honest, if they haven't figured it out yet, I would be stunned if anybody actually did. I just don't think this is the right technology.
Yeah, or the technology isn't quite there yet to be either miniaturized enough to really make it viable. And I don't even know how making it smaller would necessarily fix the problem. But yeah, there's just something, it's just not there yet. Yeah. I mean, I think that if anything, haptics, where haptics are exciting, is companies like Hap2Me, or is it Hap2Me?
Hap2You, I think.
Hap2You, who we actually talked to a couple years back, but they've been working on using haptics with touchscreens and being able to make touchscreens haptic so that you can make a touchscreen tactile.
That was another one I sent you this week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Are those the guys out of Scandinavia?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
See, I could do it. European trip and get all this tech under my belt.
He's just
before
angling for
You're
a
just
Europe.
trying to angle this into a vacation.
You just got back from Cuba. Stop being greedy.
Oh, there's so much. You know what? It's funny you should say that. There, Cuba has got it hands down over all of North America for their blind kids.
Yeah.
They start their blind kids at 2 years old with social interactions with other blind kids, and that's 2 years prior to them going to preschool. And then when they're in preschool from K through 6, they are in a separate school that they learn all their social niceties and Braille and all their lessons and stuff. They get a good base, and then they mainstream them at grade 7. And they are completely integrated into the classroom. And I was talking to somebody the other day who was not part of that system, but saw it as a blind person, and they were so impressed. So, good on Cuba.
Early intervention is super important, and you're right, it's not done near enough up here. Yeah.
Okay, so but to go back to
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal the thunder there.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I mean that type of technology that could actually make touchscreens tactile. I feel like that's something that could get some traction, that we could really see some something useful come out of. Because if you think about all the things on a touchscreen, whether it's a website with submit buttons, or even stuff like they're talking about, like being able to make you be able to feel like the fabric of a piece of clothing on your touchscreen, which I don't know how useful that would necessarily be, but I mean, there's all kinds of accessibility implications of that. Even if you could make a website, a mobile website,
So touchy-feely.
yeah, like the different sections could have different textures or whatnot. There's all kinds of things that you could really do with that. So I think that's where haptics, I think, could actually really make a difference in the next year or two, if they can really bake that technology.
Yeah. Yeah. I think about applications like tactile maps, for example.
Yeah, sure.
For something like that. So you could have a kiosk, you've always got the kiosk in the mall that's showing you where to go in the mall, where the stores are and so forth. If you could have just a standard, visual display that if you put your hand on it, you've got haptics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would open it up to, a lot more people.
I mean, you just think of all the applications that currently tactile graphics have, both in the education, in everyday.
Yep.
If you could do all that digitally, you'd not only would you reduce the cost, but you'd dramatically increase the amount of tactile diagrams and maps, and just to be able to create those a lot easier with technology like this.
Well, we should know more in the next couple of weeks. We got ATIA in the U.S. in the next week or two. And then March, we have CSUN.
Yep.
So we will be watching closely to see what's happening.
Yeah, what else is your take? How do you feel like wearables are these days, Steve? If you think we're going to have a big year in terms of wearables, are we seeing any real innovation there, or is it pretty much plateaued?
I haven't seen any real leaps forward in wearables in the last year.
Are there not? Because they don't seem to be getting smaller or lighter, really. I haven't heard of any really new models or any even new products that are coming out in that space.
But again, we're ahead of ATIA and CSUN.
True.
That's
right?
true, which is where most new things are going to be released, or CES.
Mm-hmm.
CES has already happened, right?
Yeah,
It's starting right now. It's this week, I think.
It's this week. Okay. So we may see something come out of there. Who knows? But yeah, hasn't been much.
Yeah.
Hasn't been much. There's been a few new models of head worn systems. That there's a couple that I haven't even seen at this point. But they seem to be mostly variations on a theme, not real innovation.
Right. I mean, it looks like from the current spot, it looks like really this new Braille technology, this new digital Braille technology, and something like IRA, again, I think is probably set up to have a really good year as well. I think those are probably going to be the big two, unless CSUN surprises us and something comes down the pike that we don't expect.
Yeah. That's got to be worth a cowbell.
Cowbell.
This is way more fun now that it's killing Rick.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's getting something my nose today. I just don't know why.
I'm gonna come home one day with an extra cowbell stashed under my arm. Just
Need one. Everybody needs one.
You'll be unemployed. I swear to God, you will.
Put one in the trunk of the car. Where's that cowbell coming from?
No, it's bad enough driving around with Perkins brailers in the back. Ting! Ting!
Ryan, what do you want to talk? Do you want to discuss it all? What do we? How's the podcast looking for the coming year? What's your hopes and dreams?
Well, my hopes and dreams were dashed yesterday, so
Okay.
for the last year,
Oh, here we go.
I've been reaching out to an organization who's really pushing accessibility to the forefront of
Nobody
people.
knows the troubles
Exactly.
I've seen.
And we were declined again. So,
You can't take these things personally.
You must
I'm
be
gonna
talking
take it
about
personally.
Microsoft.
yes, I am. But that's okay. They reached out to me this morning and explained why.
Oh, did they? Well, what was their excuse?
They appreciate what our podcast has to offer, and yet we just can't accommodate you at this time.
Oof, rejection. Rejection. That's
Again. This is
Rejection.
from one of the largest companies in the world who are pushing accessibility. We're giving them an open platform to come and push it even more, and they're saying no.
And Ryan's not jaded at all.
No, I'm not. Pissing me off.
rejection is a cruel
Pisses
mistress.
me off.
And we left it open. I didn't say, are you available next week from 10 to 11? Like, anytime this year, you're more than welcome to come on the show. It can be a Saturday. It can be I don't care.
Yeah.
But, they're telling me they can't accommodate us. It's like, well, whatever.
Yeah, they got big fish to fry.
I gave them 52 weeks. Pick a day.
That's true.
Anyway.
Okay, well, other than that,
Yeah, we've got some exciting guests coming on in January. It's also an Olympic year, Paralympic year. So we're going to have a couple,
Right.
couple
When's
people.
that start? That's a
It's Summer Olympics, so I don't know. Summer?
July.
so where are the Olympics? This
Mid-July, isn't it?
summer?
In Tokyo.
Tokyo. Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, so we got one guy coming on who's been training for tandem cycling. He's going to the World Championships, and we're just
Nice.
asking him about his journey.
Uh-huh.
And I've got a screen reader manufacturer or screen reader developer coming on, and just kind of working on getting more guests.
What else, Ryan? Any other thoughts about anything in general? Hey, are you going to reach out to those dancers?
Ooh.
The
What
Rolettes.
dancers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you?
The Rolettes?
Did you get a response?
I got a response that they were copying their manager on, and I'm waiting to hear back from them.
Who are the
At least we
Rolettes?
didn't get rejected by them
Well, yeah.
yet.
Yet.
Who were the Rolettes?
They're like a wheelchair dance
team.
troupe.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
We asked them on the show a year or two ago as well. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think we just said there's some sort of scheduling mix-up
Yeah.
or something, and we had to end up canceling. We just never really picked
Pursued
it up
it.
again. But
Okay.
yeah, that'd be interesting to talk to them.
I see where the Rockettes had their first visually disabled dancer
Really?
over the Christmas holidays. Yeah. Yeah. Young woman only has one hand. And
How does that impair her vision?
Yeah, wait.
no. I didn't say vision.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Visibly,
I was like, you-
visibly disabled is what I said.
Oh, okay.
Visibly.
He's from Newfoundland, folks.
Playback, I think you
Yeah, I
said
was just going
visually.
to say playback. Cowbell.
Okay, so start that again. So wait, the Rockettes, what?
The Rockets?
The Rockettes, the New York Music City
Rockettes.
Computer.
Radio City Music Hall.
Who are the
Rockettes?
Hold on.
Should I play the station Radio City music?
No.
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 It's unanimous. No.
Hey, computer. Disabled dancer for the Rockettes.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
You can't. Yeah.
Ask the G machine. He might know.
The G machine. I love it. Just forget it.
Yeah, just carry on. Just carry on.
Anyway, so no. But okay. So the Rockettes. What?
The Rockettes are a dance troupe
Yeah.
that belong to Radio City Music Hall in New York. Mm-hmm. They've been going forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And this was this 21-year-old's dream to be a headliner with them. And she got the call and auditioned. And she has no left hand, I believe it is. That's from looking at a picture, so don't quote me on that. But she danced and was accepted and did the Christmas and they're doing 5 shows a day over the course of the Christmas holidays.
Yep.
And she is living her dream.
All right. Well, now what?
As we glance around at each other.
So we got some good shows coming up.
We do.
We got CSUN coming up.
ATI and CSUN, yep.
When's ATI?
ATIA.
ITA, whatever.
ATIA.
Assistive Technology Industry Association.
I see.
No, ATIA, not IC.
When's that coming up?
January 14th, I think.
Oh, so that's pretty soon.
imminently.
Next
Yeah.
week.
Are we going to do a show about that, Ryan?
Might do a show after that just to talk about some of the news and announcements that come out. But really, CSUN's the big one.
Okay.
So we'll see.
We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
So that's like next week. Or I
CSUN
guess the week
is
after.
March.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Steve, did you go brain dead on us?
CSUN is March, yeah.
Thank you.
I just,
I don't know where he went.
He's hitting the cowbell in his mind.
That's right. I was just winding up for the next cowbell.
That's a podcast in and of itself. Just the Annoy Rick podcast.
Do you need a stress ball?
So, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about, Ran.
Yep. All right. Fine.
Say goodbye.
Well, hang on.
on,
There's
wait,
all
wait,
kinds
oh,
of stuff
yeah.
going on in the world these days.
What?
Oh, don't
just,
get started on the politics.
No?
We've
Oh.
been in
I
such
just
a
I
nice
just pulled
little
myself
bubble.
out of like a nervous breakdown. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear about what's. That's the other thing that I've decided. I'm not surrounding myself by the news cycle or Trump news or anything like that. No news, like nothing. I don't care. I'm surrounding myself by motivational music and
Fluffy
speeches,
puppies.
and that's it. I don't care
Blankets and
what's
tea.
happening.
I actually, over Christmas, for the first time in 14 months, got back on social media.
I know.
Yeah.
At least Twitter. Nice to see you on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm back on Twitter. I'm back on Twitter and Instagram. So if anybody wants to find me, I am at Nut Barclay or just at Nut Barclay, NUTBARCLAY. You can follow me on Twitter now. And I might actually say something as opposed to the nothing I've said for the last 14 months.
This sounds dicey, man.
And I'm already commenting, making snarky comments on political posts.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
I don't know,
here,
man.
here you are all mellow and stuff. You're your own boss, yada, yada, yada. Things are going okay. So what are we going to do?
Snark. Snark and cowbell.
I feel like that's like an alcoholic being like, look, it's
only one drink.
It's I can take a shot once.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Like it's good.
I
It's
really
good.
like
I just
the
take.
atmosphere of the bar.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I just go for the atmosphere. I just go watch the sporting events and eat peanuts. I'm totally not. It's fine. I'm good.
I like pub food, you know.
Yeah, I like pub food. That's right. They make good nachos and stuff. I have no desire to drink at all.
I,
All right. Well,
I admit I am looking for more people I can follow who have fluffy cat posts.
Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated, everybody updated on that over the course of the year. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and I already started to go through my list of people that I've been following in the past.
Yeah.
and culling it from the people who are like super snarky political, because
You don't want any competition.
well, it's just way too easy to get involved in those conversations.
Yeah.
right? And snark back and forth, and
Yep.
yeah.
You need more
So
positivity.
you went from being proud of starting snarking to wanting to limit your snarking all over again?
There's certain types of snark that there is no winning on.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Like
That I'll accept.
if you get into a head to head with a Trumpster, for example,
Oh, there's no
logic and reason are right out the window. Just forget it. There's no chance that you're ever going to change their mind. It's and it doesn't matter if what they're saying is absolutely provably false. They're not
going to change their mind.
No, never. So
It's called brainwashing.
I've learned.
Or ego.
Yeah.
And that's the nice thing about social media. You can follow whoever you want.
Or you can
choose
just
not
not.
to.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we
All
should
right.
wrap it up. You guys got to get back. Steve and I have a call in an hour, so.
What do you guys got a call about?
Braille Me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're talking to the president of the National Braille Press.
Presidente.
Wow.
Aren't you guys important?
I should say.
Yep.
I think we've had him on the show, haven't we?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, I'll have to ask him.
You got to go home and listen to Eye of the Tiger.
Well, you know what? There's another one. Part of my New Year's resolution was to exercise, and I am looking for motivational music. So if anybody out there has songs that just totally jack them up for exercising, I want to know about it.
Why don't you should get that app that I had?
What's that?
The zombie app where you got to run away.
Oh, the run zombie. I had that. Oh yeah, I should totally get that
You
back.
get that back.
I have been
that's
eaten
good.
so many times on that app.
I know.
Oh my lord.
I had to stop it because I thought I was probably going to give myself a heart attack.
It's an app called Zombies Run, and it's a fictionalized thing.
You pay $3, you put headphones in, you start your run, and every so often it'll
zombie
give you an
chases you.
influx of zombie noises to make you run faster.
Yeah, so you have
Like
to.
you can change your pace.
There's a whole storyline to it, and so you get. I think you crash in a helicopter or something
That's
at the
right.
beginning.
Yeah.
and you start getting chased by zombies. So you have to run faster to outrun the zombies. And I'm
And it
the same.
tracks your pace and everything.
Yeah,
so-
I nearly gave myself a heart attack the
Yeah.
first couple times.
Me
I
too.
used it.
Serve you right, ya stupid.
So it's like doing
Not all
interval
of us
training.
are born with the willpower to run.
That's right. We need
Dad.
We need. We need that
need zombies.
stimulus. Yeah, it's trust me, it's effective. It's very immersive. You feel
It really is.
and it intermisses. You can like set your own playlist so it interplays some music in between, and there's a whole
my
storyline and
God.
stuff. It's cool.
It appeals to
I
the
just
self-preservation of the monkey brain.
yeah, it just was not the right app for me because I felt like I was probably putting myself in danger.
I was using that app, and I was on Vancouver Island. I was staying in a hotel in Qualicum Beach, and I'm at one end of the beach. I start listening to this thing. I'm running along the beach. Then I start booking it along the beach. And then I start booking it further along the beach. And then I ran out of beach, so I had to turn around. I start coming back the other way. And as I'm walking, then I'm sprinting along, and then I'm walking, and then I'm sprinting along, and I look up at the hotel, and there's people in the hotel out on the patio of the restaurant looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with that guy?
I think I'd be asking the same question. And I've known you a long time, so.
Dear. Anyways, okay,
All right,
let's
so-
wrap this thing up.
Yeah, we need to do a group photo.
Okay,
for
well,
our new
hold on.
Instagram page.
Okay, well we're not there yet. We got to finish the podcast
Yeah,
first.
let's do it.
Anyways, hey Ryan,
Rob,
Steve.
where can
Rick.
people where can people
Nicole,
Hello.
find
Cowbell.
where it's gonna be a real long year.
It's only the 7th of January, Rob.
No, this is not helping. This is not helping my
Flip side, it's the
state of mind. Okay, yeah, Rocky, save me. Where? Yeah, there we go. Where can people find us?
Online at atbanter.com.
They can also drop us an email if they so desire at cowbell@atbanter.com.
And they can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
Yep. And that's going to be about do it for us, I think.
ChaosTechnicalServices.com.
Oh, hey, let's talk about Chaos Technical Services.
Yeah, let's talk about Chaos Technical Services. What are you fixing these days?
A lot
Perkins.
of Perkins.
Yeah, you getting swamped with the Perkins?
Oh my God! Not swamped. No, I'm staying on top of them. But since we've come back from vacation on the 30th of December, I've got 8.
Ooh,
And I'm
steady.
starting to get them out of Ontario now.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Says he's not swamped.
PRCVI. I'm doing 4 at a time for them. I got a client here who's got 1 at work and 1 at home. I've got 1 in the office now. I got 1 coming when I drop the first one off, and I've got 2 coming from Ontario.
Wow.
So
Well, listen.
lots of them out there.
If anybody out there has a piece of assistive technology that is broken, guess what? Rick can fix it.
The only
Is-
challenge is spelling chaos.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, not really.
Yeah, I always get the A and the O mixed up.
CHAOS technicalservices.com or Chaos Tech CHAOS TECH at Shaw is the direct email address.
Dot what?
Shaw.ca.
CA.
Right, exactly. All right. Well, excellent. Well, then I think that is going to do it for us.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
Cowbell for Brian.
And now that will just about do it for us for this first episode of 2020.
Stay tuned. It's going to get better.
There's nothing wrong
Let's
with
hope
this.
so.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with this. Okay.
Good day, A.
Thanks everybody for listening in, and we will see everybody next week.
This podcast has been brought to you by Canadian Assistive Technology, providing low vision and blindness solutions across Canada. Find us online at www.canasstech.com. That's CANASSTECH.com. Or call us toll free at 1-844-795-8324. For all your assistive technology servicing needs, call Chaos Technical Services at 778-847-6840 or find them online at chaostechnicalservices.com.
Whoa, look at that. Master of the one take.